So let's move on. Renee Young interview with the Usos. They say that they're champions and they're going to win again. Cena comes in and starts rambling, and then they do the heartbeat thing, which is annoying and obnoxious, and then they leave, which makes me happy.
Yeah, not really much to say. Usos actually do, in my opinion, cut a pretty solid promo before Cena comes in and, talking about how, the Wyatt family, they say that they're a family, but we are legitimately a family, and they talk a little bit about their lineage, which I liked. At least if you're going to be the champions, you're going to be OP, at least boast about where you come from. Because I can at least respect that. And then Cena comes in, he starts talking a lot of gibberish, which is deliberate because he makes the point, see, anybody can talk like a fool and pretty much says how they do a lot of talk, but the Usos are champions, and we've got heart. And then, as you said, Ashton, they do that really annoying heartbeat thing that just brings all their credibility down. And then, thankfully, they leave.
Dude, here's the thing though. To me, John Cena has never been more entertaining than when he was cutting that gibberish promo.
Yeah, really. Like, he got some great lines in there. I think he said time to go like hunting babies and taking care of dinner or something like that. So yeah, like he got some like really crazy lines in there. So it was
He said
entertaining. It
that's
was,
what it was. He said it's time to put the dinner to sleep and go hunting for babies.
yeah, yeah, that was it. That was great. And so yeah, like I can't lie, it was an entertaining promo. I liked it. I still don't think
Here's
we're
the
seeing.
thing though, dude. He was basically saying that promo that we thought was legitimately funny and entertaining was like him saying, "See, anyone can do that." Well, if anyone can do it, Cena, that was the most entertaining thing you've done in a long time. So maybe you should do it more often.
Yeah, really, you jerk. I still don't think we're seeing the appropriate levels of fear from John Cena for my liking during this feud because Bray Wyatt really should be. And this is a tagline at it a lot with Cena's feuds, whether it's heel Batista originally or Edge or this and that. But Bray Wyatt to me is the most legitimate threat to come along to John Cena in quite some time. And I just feel like he's just like, we'll see what happens. Like, no, you jerk. You care about the consequences. Ugh,
Ha! Good joke.
I know. I know.
All right, up next was the main event tag match: Usos versus Wyatt family with Cena and Bray at ringside.
Yeah, we touched on this a little bit. But you know what? You said that one of your favorite like spots of the night came from this match, and I think I know which one you're referring to. But I'll have you take the reins since you initiated it. So, what did you really love about this match?
I don't even remember the setup, but when Luke Harper comes in and hits the freaking big boot on one of the Usos, I lost my crap.
Oh, that was the spot. Because you know what I was thinking of when one of the Usos was charging at Luke Harper because they were playing a game of like cat and mouse a little bit, playing up the speed game of the Usos. And Harper kind of like sidesteps the Uso and he gets his throat hung up on the rope. He gets it caught like the
I mean, don't get me
whiplash.
wrong, that was cool and all, but dude, I'm a super mark for that big boot.
And you should be, because it's a legitimate big boot. Like Luke Harper, man, with his athleticism being such a big dude. I mean, my God, the last episode we made it a point. Well, you really made it a point, which I thought was hilarious, to really emphasize my wording in our review of Luke Harper's match that he did a typical suicide dive. Like this guy isn't normal, and everything he does is just so great and so crisp in that ring. We already talked about the finish with Bray Wyatt, getting hands on. Him and Cena didn't touch. At first, it kind of, annoyed me because, again, it makes Cena seem like, oh, I'm this wonderful hero. But you know what? No, it's Bray Wyatt being calculating. It's Bray Wyatt picking his moment. And outside of a kayfabe context, it's really, milking the money for this match. When it's a last man standing match, you shouldn't have any physical contact between these guys. At least nothing too excessive until the pay per view. I liked what they did with Brian Raw London because I feel like he needed to exert his dominance over an unstoppable babyface. But other than that, now that they've established that, there's really no need to make any more contact in my mind until Payback.
I feel like John Cena's a heel.
I felt that way for so many years.
Just because, like, if you're a babyface, you're supposed to have to overcome obstacles, but John Cena is the biggest obstacle of all.
Yeah, dude, it's like those Soviet Russia jokes. Like with John Cena, the obstacles have to overcome him. Like they think they're a threat, but then when they really ponder it, they're like, "Oh wait, maybe I'm the one who's kind of in jeopardy here." But I do feel like commentary at certain points has been great. Like we mentioned last tweet, wow, and JBL kind of used the same line again here. This is a guy, Bray Wyatt, who smiles when he's in pain. How are you going to put him down for a count of 10? So I think that's great. I feel like we need to be seeing a lot more of that because, hell, if John Cena isn't going to sell the threat of Bray Wyatt, commentary certainly needs to. And for the most part, they have. So I really can't fault them for that. I just, it would be nice for John Cena to really look around himself and come to the sober realization, maybe I do need to try. Maybe I do need to worry. Maybe I do need to experience a feeling that's been so foreign to me, and that's fear. And if he would just allow himself to feel that, dude, this feud could be so much more than what it has been lately. It's really a
Yep,
shame.
could be, should be, would be, isn't.
Exactly. Exactly.
The Usos win by disqualification, and then after the match, John Cena hits an AA on Luke Harper or on Eric Rowan. So yeah, no big deal here.
Yeah, and that's it for SmackDown. So, Ashton, unless you have any concluding remarks, we can get right into our next segment.
Go.
High spots and low shots.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta tell you, my low shot is the United States champion, Sheamus.
Can't blame you. Although he did win his match.
He did, but only by the forceful DQ of the Swiss Superman Cesaro when he was beating him down, lays him out with a neutralizer on the floor, and then when Sheamus comes to, he has to go through the back and find out that he's defending his United States Championship at Payback against the very same man who incurred that destruction upon him only minutes earlier. Tough break for the Irishman.
Absolutely understandable, dude. Yeah, it was a rough night for Sheamus. My low shot is Dolph Ziggler because as awesome as he is consistently, he lost tonight, and to me, the bigger star in that match was Batista.
Yeah, no, you know what? Again, much like you said for mine, completely understandable. I mean, in a kayfabe context, apparently Dolph went to the Authority and demanded this match. So really, he knew what he was getting into. You can't really say that he wasn't adequately prepared because he initiated it to begin with. He gave it his all, and just that one mistake cost him. And yeah, Batista looked fantastic here heading into Payback with our no holds barred six-man elimination bout, which I think is going to be outstanding.
Batista might be in the best shape that he has ever been in throughout his entire career.
No, absolutely. He looked amazing. I feel like to really pull off a no DQ match, you have to be in a certain type of shape, and then
He
Batista
just
did.
looks leaner than he's ever been, though.
Yeah, no, dude, when you compare him, because I've watched old Batista footage recently, one of the perks of having the WWE Network, which I'm enjoying more and more, yeah, like he's definitely leaner now than he was when he was like at the top of his game in 2005, onward. Like, really a remarkable change for the animal.
Yeah, definitely nice to see him. But now, of course, he's going to leave, and that's probably going to change. So we should enjoy it while we have it. So who's your high spot, John?
I have to stay consistent, dude. My high spot is Bo Dallas.
Okay, I was going to say, don't you even say Cesaro after the freaking freak out you had about Bo.
No, dude, that's what I mean about staying consistent though, because I'm gonna be honest, with everybody. That debut was what I was looking most forward to talking about on Twitter out here today. Like, I just thought about, man, I can't wait to talk about Bo with Ashton. Can't wait to talk about Bo with Ashton. And I would say that the only debut that comes close to rivaling how much I love this Bo Dallas debut, and I think it even gets snuffed out even then, would be Shelton Benjamin's Raw debut where he beats Triple H, because that was just all kinds of epic. But this, for what it was, I just feel like was the beginning of hopefully something amazing for
So
Bo.
are you saying that Bo Dallas has the best debut ever in your opinion?
In my personal opinion, I'm not going to say the best debut because that is highly subjective. I'm going to use language that I'm entirely in control of. That was my favorite debut of all time. Best, that's more of an intense debate, I think. But dude, I freaking loved it. Again, my only fault with it wasn't even on the part of Bo, it was on the part of the opponent. because I would have killed for some emoting, some facial, some just overall body language, just selling how over the top ridiculous Bo is from the opponent. Hopefully, though, that post match handshake, I hope he keeps that part of what he's doing. I want him to keep doing that so that
So do
maybe
you
it.
think that Bo's debut was better than the Shield's?
Oh, dude, that's not even fair. Like, well, yeah, no. When we're talking about better in these things, yes, the Shield I think beat out Bo Dallas. I feel like Daniel Bryan's NXT debut against Jericho, you could say that was better. But for my personal taste and for how much I was looking forward to this, how much I love the vignettes, how much I love just the journey getting here, like it's gonna be a while before a debut for me personally in my heart replaces what Bo Dallas managed to do because I thought that was great.
Wow. I mean, yeah, color me surprised. I did not think that you would take it that far.
No, dude, really just thinking about everything from the vignettes again to just I'll classify it as the journey. That's how I'll put it. And then we actually get to the destination and then you find out, hey, where we travel to isn't a complete piece of crap. Uh, it's wonderful. I can only hope, like you said, because I'm trying to keep my expectations realistic. It depends on how crowds in the US, react to him, mainly Raw crowds because it's totally live and we'll see. I want to give every gimmick its due process, its due time, and we'll see where we're talking about Bo Dallas in 6 months. Hopefully, it's in a good place.
I agree with that. I don't necessarily agree with him. Well, like you said though, you weren't saying it was the best. It's just your favorite.
No,
So
yeah, I want to be very careful with
yeah,
my
so there's
language.
not really anything to disagree with there.
Right, no, yeah, because best, as I've even said, that's a whole different debate. So, like I said, I'm using language I'm completely in control of. My personal favorite debut of all time, Bo Dallas.
That's awesome. All right, so my high spot is Bray Wyatt because that promo plus he got a little bit of shine at the end of the show there when he knocked the Uso off the top rope. Just it was mostly the promo, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, definitely an awesome night for Bray.
Well, you see what's going on here, Ashton, is that the Rotunda family is completely taken over
Oh
Twitwell.
my God, you're right.
Yeah, I mean that's what's going on here. And you know what, dude? I can't even disagree with you. If I was really being objective, because I'll be the first one to admit there is a lot. Well, I mean technically it'd be fanboying, but I'll use the actual term. There's a lot of fangirling going on my part for Bo Dallas. But dude, that promo from Bray Wyatt when he finally does get his DVD, and I do think he'll have that caliber of career where it warrants his own DVD, that promo should be included on there because that was just so good. And again, like that's what's so infuriating when you see work that masterful, so much so that I have now taken upon myself to proclaim Bray Wyatt as the maestro of the microphone, and John Cena just completely, at the very least, undersells it. It really leaves me wanting to bang my head against the wall until I leave some sizable vents in it. So great choice of high spot.
Are you ready?
Oh, dude, abso-freaking-lutely.
30-second hot seat.
Oh yeah, come on, baby!
All right, John. I like the idea of giving you these opinion-based hot seats rather than predictions or stuff where you have to give actual correct answers because there is no correct answer, and I think that makes it better. So my 30-second hot seat for you is over the course of the next 8 days, we have three pay-per-views that we're going to watch together.
Oh,
Chikara, You Only Live Twice,
okay.
NXT Takeover, and WWE Payback. Your
Okay.
two questions are, first of all, which show are you looking forward to most? And second of all, which match out of the three shows are you looking forward to most? You have 30 seconds, and your time starts now.
I didn't even know we were gonna do the Chikara show together, so that totally throws me through a loop. I think the other one you said was a TNA pay per view, which
No,
TNA.
NXT Takeover.
Oh, NXT Takeover. That's right. And then yeah, Payback. Um, Match I'm looking forward to most. Yeah, I'd have to say Bray Wyatt versus John Cena last man's name match. Consistently this has been my favorite feud going on in WWE right now. If I had to pick a solid second seater, definitely the no holds barred 6-man elimination tag team matchup between Shield and Evolution. I think we have two potential match of the year
And
candidates.
your 30 seconds is up.
There we go.
You never said what the show you're looking most forward to is.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess because we have two matches that I'm highly anticipating on one show, it would definitely be Payback. So,
And yeah, we're totally watching You Only Live Twice. That's
uh,
tomorrow, by the way.
all right, fair enough.
Sunday, May 25th. For those of you who are interested, because Shikara is one promotion that is not the WWE that does wrestling right.
No, I'm very much looking forward to it. It should be very interesting. It'll be my first Chikara show personally, and who better to experience it with than my cohort and commentary here? So I'm excited.
Well, they're coming off a pretty insane time traveling storyline, so it should be interesting. Nice and convoluted for everyone.
Oh, sweet. Well, if anybody was a fan of the Winter Angelina Love storyline in TNA with time traveling,
Yeah,
that
but
should be quite.
actually done well.
Yeah, well then that's even more interesting to me then.
All
So
right. Well, I have to say, personally, there isn't a show until Money in the Bank that I'm looking forward to more than NXT Takeover.
wow, that says something considering some of the matches we're getting at Payback.
I mean, Payback looks good, but after the freaking crap that they gave us with Extreme Rules, where every match was good, but none of them had any actual consequences, I don't know what to expect from Payback.
Right, I can understand that.
NXT Takeover, though, I mean, the last time we had an NXT pay per view, everything changed. Last time we had an NXT pay per view, within the following like week, maybe 2 weeks, we had announcements that people were debuting. We had a new champion. We had new contenders. Like everything changed. And within a month, we had people debuting on the main roster. We had Paige winning the Divas title. Like so much change after Arrival. So I just hope Takeover brings more awesome stuff, whether it's change or just new stuff that isn't necessarily change but just fresh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Takeover big time.
And I can completely understand those sentiments. It's like you said, after Arrival, the whole complexity, the whole complexion, if you will, of NXT really changed. The whole foundation was shaken. So we can expect the same thing from Takeover. I mean, we're guaranteed a new NXT Women's Champion between Charlotte and Natalia. We may have a new NXT World Champion if Tyson Kidd can emerge victorious, which I personally don't think he will. But one thing that we are also guaranteed in the world title department is a new number one contender between either Sami Zayn or Tyler freaking Breeze
Yeah,
finally
exactly.
getting his due.
So, yeah, I'm definitely looking more forward to that show than Payback. Even if only by a little, I am definitely. And it's really just because I know that there are going to be consequences on Takeover, and I can't say the same for Payback.
Right? No, I completely agree.
It also
So
doesn't help that we probably won't have a world title match at Payback.
yeah, that's true too. I mean, Brian being out really does, and you know what? Already in just the little ways, like I can feel Brian's absence, and that's how you know that a guy is very legitimate and he's at the top of his game. I'm really interested in a lot of different senses of the word to see what's going to happen when Brian returns, both for everything from his storylines right down to his in-ring style, to be honest, because we're talking an injury dealing with the neck. So hope he gets back soon. But until then, yeah, I mean the Shield are going to be bearing the world on their backs along with Cesaro and all the other top tier talents, and we'll see how they carry it. But until then, do you have anything else you want to say about this SmackDown?
Go.
All right, this has been SmackDown. This has been TwitWow, the best wrestling podcast made for wrestling fans by wrestling fans on the web today. I am John. This is my cohort and commentary, Ashton, and we will see you again. Well, actually, wait, before that, hold on, getting a little ahead of myself. Rate and review on YouTube, on Ashton's YouTube channel, Eon Izzle. Comment on Pletov. Always great stuff going on there. Now, we will see you again for our Monday Night Raw review. Why I jumped the gun is because I found out we will be getting Randy Orton going one-on-one with the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose.